Sorry if I sound a little different or stuffy. I'm been sick and slowly recovering, but today I'll be showing a phaser build that I've been recently working on. The phaser build pretty much uses the same thing as other bit where I'm using reload boosts. I'm using mechanic rounds and reload boosts to buff my damage of phaser and all my mods and stuff pretty much. So we start off. Let's go over my weapons. Now my funeral pyre, I got Shadow Combat and Claymore. It's probably the best combo you can go with on any HP build at the moment because hip fire shotgun, you multi-proc the shots because it's shots pretty much in every pellet in the shotgun counters a shot. So if you hit every pellet on an enemy, you'll proc a lot of claymores and shadow comments and do a lot of damage. And on my LMG, the raw number, I have kinetic stomp, which is there by default. It only wins. This is great for this boss chunk. You toss out your debuffs and everything, and you just kinetic stomp at only wins, and pretty much chunk elites too. It's pretty nice when your phase is on cooldown. In my pistol, I got clip combustion and claymore. Now let's go for my armor. And I'm using 3-piece Akari because I tested some purple builds out because I didn't want to use Akari. And not having the extra AP from Akari was just so noticeable that I decided to go with Akari. And on my helmet, I got Akari Fire Tsunami and Reload Boost. And Reload Boost is pretty much a 50% multiplicative damage buff to every other damage damage. Like I said before, so weapon mods that get buff, phaser that get buff, my heat wave that get buff. Even volcanic round itself would get buff if you could somehow proc it, have volcanic rounds up. You buff volcanic round damage, so it's a pretty insane mod. If you're bearing a tier 1 mod, it is insanely strong. How strong it is. It's kind of insane. And on my chest piece, I have no resistance against the fortitude and tidal wave. I'll go over later why I ran no resistance against the fortitude. And on my pants, I have anomaly echo and size matters. Now my gloves, you want to get anomaly power, status, and cooldown. I got Rider Wave and Captain Hunter. In my boots, I got anomaly status cooldown with burnt out and unstoppable force. Now let's go into the skills. I got volcanic rounds, phaser beam, and heat wave. And for my class tree, I was really playing with this a lot because I wanted like the best bang for the buck. I played a lot with bottom tree and I saw some pretty high damage numbers. Like I've hit 13 mil with the bottom tree side that I was going, but you know the fact that you gotta stand still with phaser and you just taking so much damage, it's kind of like you just die a lot. So I kind of just went into middle tree and I kind of specced around here to gain more damage. And I kind of liked it like this because at first I wasn't feeling middle tree because I felt like, I didn't want to play a tank build because I didn't see the point of playing a tank because I wanted my face to hit hard and I didn't really see the point of it hitting hard with middle tree until I actually played with middle tree and saw the synergies that you can do with some mods, which is pretty hot. And that's exactly why I went middle tree because you got this mod, well not this mod, you got this mod right here is where a lot of the synergies come in that make this mod alone makes middle tree vastly superior to bottom tree because when I proc my mechanic rounds, I get all the garbage down there and I gain more AP from the armor pierce I get, and resistance pierce I get. So this is why I go no resistance against the fortitude because I get more resistance piercing by 50% of my armor piercing, which is 40% or 45%. My fault, 45%. And that bust, and that gives me more resistance piercing. Then when I'm stoppable force, I get even more anomaly power. So it's just the double stack, and then the bonus is just insanely high. Plus, you got so much resistance stacked up that how much I have actually, you have 67% status power stack, resistance power stacked up. That literally everything you're dealing damage with, that's anomaly, hits really hard. Phaser hits hard, Morning Winds hits hard, Claymore, Kinetic Stomp, even Heat Waves are hitting hard. It's kind of insane just how strong the build is on its own, you know? Cause you could also probably go Thermometer if you want to. I feel like that slows the build down because my main goal with this build was like to make a Phaser build that could kind of go faster because I'm a speed runner and I kind of like going fast. So I really want to see what limits can I push with Phaser. And that's pretty much like my idea was when I first found out about reload boost was what limits can I push with Phaser. And that's why I kind of started out with Action Champion, and then I learned that from Nyler and Nyler's Scowl, and from this from the Outriders Discourse that Action Champion doesn't refresh itself and you'll just do no damage. And with how the cooldown is on Phaser, you need to run the cooldown reduction mod to actually even benefit from Action Champion because most of the time you'll cash your Phaser once, like you'll cash your Phaser once, you'll get your Action Champion stacks, and then you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting, and pretty much since the animation is so long, by the time you cast out, it's all your stacks are already gone. So it's like you get no benefit from Action Champion at all. And then even then, the resistance pierce you get from these two from this mod, and then and I'm you get from this mod makes up for not having Action Champion. It's really good. I think I hit like a 9 mil phaser playing around with this build. I wasn't the biggest fan of Phase, but after playing with this build, I like it a lot. I've done some Boomtown, some Chem Plant, Stargrave, and Frontline. I've gotten a sub 4 Boomtown, got a 353. I got a 620 something. I got a 622, I think, on Chem Plant. I got a 531 on Stargrave. I got a 613 on Frontline. I think it's pretty respectable times. It's not gonna come anywhere near Avalanche Overheat because that build is just pretty insane because the AoE clear is just vastly superior to this. But if you want something you can just chill with, and this is great in trios too because your elite damage is just insane. Plus your debuffs from Heatwave also buff your technos or people you playing with. It's just a great all around build. Solo duos and trios. So yeah. If you have any comments about the build, anything you want to know, just let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. I
What the hell is that noise? It's like I've wandered into some maniac's idea of a party.